Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Wilhelm Screamin'. Welcome back to another day in Destiny 2 for some more Destiny 2 news and Lightfall Season of the Wish intel. Today, once again, is Friday, so we have our Friday weekly update. XUR has returned, as well as Trials of Osiris. So I'm going to give you a brief rundown on those two things, as well as all the other farms, exotic glitches, cheeses, things that you can use heading into the weekend if you haven't had a chance to play it all this week, and just some general daily updates. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Really helps out the channel. You can also follow me on Instagram or Twitter. They'll be linked in the description box down below. And remember, doing any of those things also enters you to any future giveaways on this YouTube channel, and we do one every 1,000 subscribers, so you never want to miss out. Of course, if you stick around till the end of the video, I'll have a secret hashtag. Or we might do a trivia question, because I had an interesting one. You can leave the answer or the hashtag in the comments section down below to get another entry into the next giveaway for this video. And when we reach 100,000 subscribers, we'll be giving away an Xbox Series X. On to the XUR loot, we have the Cold Heart, the weapon that I always thought should be the name of a stasis trace rifle, but instead is one of an arc trace rifle. Missed opportunity, Bungie, but probably pairs well with any real arc build, especially if you're on a warlock and you're using this exotic. Just quickly, if you're running arc, should always be using the Fallen Sunstar. On to the other exotics. If you're a hunter, today is your day. For this season especially, you got a Celestial Nighthawk with a 66 total roll. Obviously, it converts your golden gun into one giant nuke cannon. I mean, you can't go wrong. This was one of my favorite exotics in D1. Great roll overall. Maybe hunters might want a little bit more in resilience, but I still think if you don't have one of these, I'm actually going to pick one up myself, because I believe this one's probably better than the one I have. Don't get nervous with the legendary shards. I always hear somebody say, "You're solo on legendary shards now." I used to have a lot, and then Bungie took them away from me. It's fine, guys. Always stored up in the vault. We got the Synthoceps with a 68 roll, actually another really great roll. I would pick them up if you don't have them. You probably want a little bit more resilience, but you can build into this fairly easily, you know. We have a Fellwinter's Helm for the Warlock with a 64 roll. Not a bad exotic. Don't find myself using it that often. If you do, let me know in the comments section down below. That'll count as a hashtag for this video. But not a bad roll. Probably the thing you could skip this week if you have something better. The stat distribution, I would like to see strength maybe a little bit more in discipline. On to legendary weapons, we have a Whispering Slab with Hipfire Grip and Opening Shot. We have the Wolftone Draw with Threat Detector and Frenzy. We have the Velpecula with Encore and Adagio. We have the Number with Surplus and High Impact Reserves. We have an Explosive Personality with Genesis, One for All, the Origin trait Land Tank. Waveframe Grenade Launcher, can't go wrong. This is another deep sight activation available, so I would say if you don't have a good Explosive Personality, this is a decent pickup. Not a 10 out of 10, but has a Blast Radius Masterwork that does play into waveframes. Gives you a little bit more, I think. Slightly, wider burst as you shoot at the ground and do that wave damage. One for All is a great perk for any wave frame grenade launcher. And Genesis is also, I think, a very decent perk. So yes, I would pick this up. At least an 8 out of 10 on this Explosive Personality. We have Temptation's Hook with Relentless Strike, Unguard, and Balance Guard. We have the Threaded Needle with auto-loading holster and Vorpal Weapon. Hey, this isn't a bad roll on this Threaded Needle either. This would have been a like 10 out of 10 when linear fusion rifles were like the thing. I really hope they will be again, because they seem like they should be sort of endgame meta damage. But pick this one up. This would be great for any boss that takes good precision damage. So maybe even something like what we have this week for the Nightfall, at least for the first boss. This would probably come in very handy. Reload speed, masterwork, can't go wrong. For the legendary armor, seems to be fairly decent across the board. Not the best distribution on stats for the Warlock, but let me know in the comments down below. I'm sure that the Hunters or Titans, somebody's got at least one really good, but all very high, which is nice to see again, unlike last week where we had the glitched armor. Over on the Hawkmoon, we have Snapshot, as well as Hipfire Grip, or no, excuse me, Combat Grip. I like the Snapshot sight. We have Exotic Ciphers, as always. And I did remind people of this last week. Remember that XUR is like the only location where you can actually buy exotic armor or any armor for another class, and it'll be at the power of whatever class you bought it at. So it only goes up to 1800, but if you haven't played your second or third character and you're just looking for that easy bump to the overall power averages, you could come here and buy any one of the exotics, and it will be bought at the character level that the character that purchases is at, and then you could transfer it over to a lower level character and it'll give them a big boost to their average. It's the only place you can do that, actually. You can only do it for the exotics, too. You can also do that with weapons, of course, but everybody knows that. Armor, only place. But that's going to be it for XUR today. Just briefly, as we go around the directory, we have the Legendary Lost Sector is the Chamber of Starlight today. It's a rewarding exotic chest armor if you're looking for Urger Falcons on your Warlock. Or if you have any exotics saved up in your Postmaster, now's the day to take them out of escrow and you'll get some exotic chest armor. As I said, we have Trials of Osiris back this weekend, and the map is Meltdown, so good luck on that. Gonna head over to the tower really quick. I'll show you what Same 14 is selling, as well as Banshee 44 before his update, which will be 7 hours from the daily reset timer, whenever that is for you. While we're heading there, I do want to remind everybody, you should definitely be farming this week's Nightfall if you can. There's an absolutely amazing grenade launcher, the Undercurrent, available for the first time in it. This particular grenade launcher actually competes with Forbearance. If you can run the Grandmaster, even better. It's also double loot week on both of these, so I did make a video kind of doing a weapons breakdown of the Undercurrent, but I will be doing a video, posting it probably tomorrow, I didn't forget, about how you could actually potentially farm this Nightfall as a solo player or do the Grandmaster very easily. Several glitches and skips in this particular strike that make it much easier and really prevent any chance of dying or wiping. So before we head over to Saint 14, I'll just briefly show you what Banshee 44 has. Remember, this loot will be rotating out 7 hours after the daily reset timer, so that was actually 7 hours after when XUR arrived. But we have a Whispering Slab, We have the Itoda Draconis. We have a Dire Promise. We have a Peace of Mind. And we have a Code Dulo. This isn't bad. Maybe pick it up if you're looking for a good PvP fusion rifle. Head over to Saint 14. Remember, we still got the Dawning going on. It's probably one of the best XP farms that you could be doing right now. It's also one of the last best legendary shard farms or materials farms, base materials farms. I know a lot of people seem to be low on those right now. It's probably because they are disappearing. Still got the incisor, not the incisor. It's not a tooth. That's what I'm going to hear about in the comments. I call it the tooth. The tooth is available, remember, at rank 10. And if you'd like to know how to get this weapon without playing, I did make a video about it last weekend, but I can, of course, do another video explaining it in a little bit more detail if you're new to the channel. We have the Eye of Soul available at rank 16. And under the focused weapon, we have the Igneous Hammer Adept. So if you're looking for a great 120 hand cannon, that's the week to go for it. Show the armor really quick. And the last thing that I just wanted to touch on, over on the moon, we have the In the Deep mission available this week. Now, I didn't really talk about this yet, but I will make mention of it, especially if you are somebody who wants to double up on the Dawning XP as well as just overall power XP. You know, maybe you're trying to get up to GM level and you just need a little bit more. The In the Deep mission is like the only AFK XP power farm in the game. All you have to do is go to the end of the mission, scan the lectern or totem, jump off the ledge, reset the encounter, stay in it, and you'll have Endless Thrall in this particular mission. If you'd like a better breakdown on that, I have made videos on it before, but I can do another one. Let me know in the comments if there's anything specific that you'd like to see about either Trials or this particular XP farm. And remember, I will be posting that GM breakdown probably tomorrow morning, so stick around for that, or look for that tomorrow. And that's going to be it for all the information in today's video. Hopefully you found something in this video helpful. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and turn on the bell to post notifications so you never miss out on any future Destiny 2 Lightfall content like this. Remember, any of those things also enter you into any future giveaways on the YouTube channel. And we do one every 1,000 subscribers. We're getting very close to 74,000, so you never want to miss out. And if you've watched till this point in the video, you can leave a hashtag Lightfall, or a hashtag Season of a Wish, or a hashtag XUR, probably the easiest, or hashtag Trials of Osiris in the comments section down below. And I did hear a very interesting trivia question last night, which people seem to get wrong. So it kind of reminded me a little bit of how you would do a raid. Kind of reminded me a little bit of Crota's End, the bridge encounter. But essentially it went like this. So the rest of this is just me ranting. If you'd like to hear a trivia question, you can continue to listen. I'll hopefully explain it correctly. But you have 4 people, and they have to cross a bridge. The bridge, they can't all cross together. They can only cross 2 at a time. They need a torch to cross the bridge, and they can only cross 2 at a time. One person can cross the bridge in 1 minute. One person can cross the bridge in 2 minutes, one in 5 minutes, and one in 8 minutes. And if they cross with somebody else, and they have to cross 2 at a time, they go at the pace of the slower person. So if the person who crosses the bridge in 1 minute goes with the person who crosses the bridge in 8 minutes, they will go at the pace of 8 minutes. They then, of course, have to go back across the bridge because they only have the one torch. When they go back across, they will go at their normal pace. So if 1 and 8 went, they would go at 8 minutes going across, and then one would go at 1 minute coming back. The question is, how do you get all 4 people across the bridge? They have to use the torch in exactly 15 minutes. It's a bit of a long-winded question, but if you can answer it, well, you'll have my respect. Thanks so much for watching, as always. And once more, I'm Wilhelm Scream. Of course, we will see you next time. Little.